Well, here you go, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week this week, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you did during the week, hope you're able to find some awesome cars for your collections. Hope you had an awesome week. Happy 4th of July to all you American guys and girls out there. Hope you had a really good day on the 4th of July, whether it be with your family, your friends, or whoever. Hope you had an awesome day, nevertheless. Well, these are pretty much my finds for this week, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, they're all pretty much from eBay, if you guessed. They're all from eBay. Well, they are. Went to a swap meet today, and as you can see, didn't find anything at all. Just these coins here, which were from my mate of mine. It was good to see him and his brother again. He knows I like my American coins. Got the old Illinois one. Don't have that one, so I'm glad to have it now. The old $quarter. And got the old 5 cent, which is from 1991 on the back there, if you can see that, because it took me a while to see it. Haven't really been looking for my American coins lately, but the passion is still there for them, but a bit hard to collect a lot of things at once, so I've pretty much stuck to my Hot Wheels, but still love them regardless. Awesome little bits of history to have in my collection as a whole, and I don't think I'd get rid of them anytime soon. But anyway, we'll get into the Hot Wheels now. Quite a lot to get through, as you can see. Got the old Custom Eldorado just here. This one's the newest one to my collection. As you can see, her sister's just here with a different variation, the old white interior. Got quite a few of the Custom Eldorado, so I knew at least there would be a variation on it anyway, and that's why I checked. I'm quite nutty with my variations, if you can't tell. Love the old Custom Eldorado, such a beautiful car. Really nice indeed, so glad to have a different variation of her in the collection. Got the old Lola GT70 in gold. I love the Lolas. Love all the old race cars. Love the old gold colour too. Really, really nice colour, and such a beautiful car too, the real version of the Lola. I do believe she was powered by Chevy and Ford back in the day. Really nice car. Glad to add that one to the collection because I've got quite a few different colour variations of that one as well. Continuing on with the race car theme, the old American Victory, which I do believe is a McLaren Can-Am car. I do love my Can-Am stuff. As you can see, the engine there is from the Peep and Bomb. Quite a pretty cool little way to recycle the old parts or castings from old cars to use them in the... This would have been a much newer car than the Peep and Bomb back in the day, so that's a pretty cool little thing Hot Wheels did there, recycling old parts, you could say. Such a beautiful car too. Love the aerodynamics in that. Two more Rrrumblers here. Got the old Hightailer and the 3-squealer. The old Hightailer here's got, well, pretty much you could say a blister pull. She's in that great a shape. The chrome's all still there. Well, the chrome's really nice and shiny. That's what you always want to see on a Rrumbler. That one's really nice, and I believe that is red. Pretty cool design on that one, and this one's quite oddball, the old 3-squealer, but cool nevertheless, with the, I believe, a 4-cylinder engine in the back there. This one's a better condition one than the other 3-squealer we have, which is missing the handlebars. So Dad and I are quite glad to add 2 more Rrrumblers to the ever-growing Rrumbler collection. Really awesome indeed. Got to find riders for them, but I'm sure I've got some floating around. And now to a car I've been after for quite some time now. The old blue interior. Well, I should say the blue with blue interior Custom Firebird. She is from Hong Kong. Pretty much an earlier run of the... Well, the earlier runs of the Custom Firebird did have coloured interiors. I'm not sure about the Custom Camaro though, but do correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know there's a few Custom Camaros with coloured interiors. I do have a blue one with the blue interior as well, which I'm quite lucky to have. And another awesome feature about the old Custom Firebird here, she's got deep dish wheels. I'm not sure if any of you guys can see that, but that is another sign of a very early run Redline. They usually had deep dish wheels. And I think she's the first one in my collection with deep dish wheels as well. I don't think I've got too many, if not none at all, until now. So I'm quite proud to add it to the collection. Also, the red Custom Firebird did have red interior as well, so that's another one I shall try and track down. But got these other four out to show you the line of all different variations in them. As you can see, got the Hong Kong here with a white interior. A couple of ways you can tell if the car's from Hong Kong, if it's got the four different slots there compared to the US version, which is just a pretty basic base. Usually when comparing the older Hong Kong and US, the Hong Kong base is more detailed than the US counterpart, and also the blue windscreen or blue windshields, and also the black steering wheel. Even the interiors are different to the US as well. As you can see, the US interior is just a normal plain white with no coloured steering wheel, but there is a bit more to the dash compared to the Hong Kong version. So, got the old white interior Hong Kong, the white interior US with a beautiful presentation of the colour blue on her. Nice and smooth. Really, really beautiful how the blue's been preserved for all this time, and not like the other ones where they've been a bit unfortunate and gotten a bit toned in that, but they're all still awesome regardless. Got the Hong Kong brown interior and the US brown interior, so 5 different variations of the same car, which I'm quite proud to have, and I'm sure there's probably 2 or 3 more variations out there I shall track down and might be lucky enough to come across, so shall keep searching for them. Who knows, I might end up finding another one. Moving on now to these two over here, 2 of my favourite cars as well. I think every Hot Wheel car from the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s are my favourite car, but these 2 here I particularly love collecting. The old Porsche P917. There is quite a few variations with the old P917. Where the tampo is here, I think my other one's got Porsche written there. That's another variation. The colour also comes in, I think, a reddish orange, which is quite hard to get, and there's also a metal base variation as well. And I'm sure WTF has got every single variation known to man on this Porsche P917. One of my favourite cars, and the actual real Porsche P917, there were quite a number of them made, and they were all pretty much different. I think there was one called the Pink Pig. I think there was the 917K, and there was I think the 917L. I know there was the 917-30, which was pretty much one of the fastest race cars ever produced. I think that had in excess of 1,500 horsepower, and it was the Sunoco one, and Mark Donoghue drove it, and I think it was nicknamed the Can-Am Killer as well, because it was a pretty dominant race car and such a beautiful race car too. But I do love the old Porsche race cars, and she's at the moment, I think, battling the old Chaparral 2G for top spot on my favourite Can-Am race car list, but I don't think you can knock the Chaparral off top, because the Chaparral is my favourite, but I would have to say the Porsche is a pretty close second. Moving on now to this beautiful gem here, the old Alive 55 in enamel red. I think I've been quite attached to collecting, well, going to start getting quite attached to collecting the enamel Alive 55s now. As you can see up there, lots of different variations of the Spectraflame era classic Nomad, and now I'm just getting started on the enamel ones now. I've got a dark blue, a light blue, a beaten up pink one, now a red one, and I'm still kicking myself over the yellow one I missed out on eBay, but you win some, you lose some. This one's in awesome shape. As you can see, bit of white there. I think that's a bit of paint chips, because a lot of the 1973 enamel cars were, I believe, painted with a white base coat, then the enamel colour on top. I think that brought out the colour a lot more and made it a bit brighter. So that shows through there, and as you can see, there's hardly any flea bites on her, so I would say she's pretty close to a very close to a 10, but you can't say 10 because she's got all them flea bites. Well, she's a 9 then. Very, very awesome indeed. I shall keep my eye out for more Enamel Alive 55s, because I think I've been bitten by this bug as well. But I love the Nomad to begin with. I'll pick her up if she's from Spectraflame or Enamel era. That's how crazy I am. But last but not least, we've got the Carded Redlines. As you can see, the old peeping bomb just here. Unfortunately, she flipped over in the package on the way here, which I think's funny, because the seller had her the right way up in the picture on eBay, but somehow during postage she flipped that way around. But she's a beautiful, beautiful magenta colour. Absolutely gorgeous. Really nice, beautiful, shiny magenta. That's what you always love to see on the old Redlines, how well the colours were presented back then. And she is from the mighty USA as well, so that's what I love seeing. Yet the button's made in Hong Kong. That's very funny. Very awesome indeed. We'll look at the back real quick. A lot of castings on the back there. Hopefully she might flip round one day, but it kind of bugs me a bit, but what do you do anyway? At least she's still on card. That's the absolute main thing in my opinion, and probably the mintest, probably one of the best examples of a carded redline in my collection has to be the old Grasshopper, because I know I've got the old Mercedes-Benz C111 carded, but her paint's a bit tarnished, whereas this one, she's been, well, she hasn't toned or anything. She's still pristine, like as if, like pretty much the day the kid or adult back in the 1970s picked her up off the pegs. Well, you can't say off the pegs because she's unpunched. Well, off the shelf of the toy shop, you could say. Beautiful chrome in the engine still. Certainly a car I would love to find more of, the old Grasshopper. I think I've only got a purple one in the collection besides this one, so I probably shall try and track down more of them. Gee, I got a lot ahead of me tracking down all these cars. Such a beautifully, beautifully presented car as well. And we'll have a look at the back real quick. Just such basic stuff, but yet stands out so much. That's why I love collecting the old Hot Wheels. Well, that's pretty much it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you did enjoy this week's installment of finds. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to whoever tunes into my video each and every week. I really appreciate the views, the likes, the subscriptions, the comments as well. Thank you for that as well. Whatever you do, I really do appreciate it, as always. Well, that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Really hope you did enjoy. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.